Hey guys, welcome back to Time Machine Scale Models. Well, I got a couple things in the mail this week that I wanted to share with you all. And I figured since I'm not completely finished with it, I was going to update the Roadrunner one more time before I put it in hiding. And leave it be until the January 15th reveal. So let me get to what I got in the mail. So the first thing I got was a shop card from Craig Woods over at Craig's Corner. Now, you guys probably have heard I met Craig at the NNL show in Detroit, and I sent Craig a T-Bird kit that he wanted, and he sent me a shop card. And if you don't know Craig, you've never been to his channel, I'll leave a link in the description. Craig's a really cool guy. I enjoyed talking to him. We've been texting back and forth, and you know, he's just all around good guy. He's not only into the scale modeling, he's into model railroading as well, and he's a lifelong automotive technician. So Craig, thank you for the shop card, my friend. I appreciate it very much, and the kind words on the back. And hope you get to that T-Bird and blow that right out of the water, my friend. So guys, if you've never been to Craig's channel, leave a link in the description. You can go check him out yourself. He does some pretty cool builds. Alright, the next thing I got, and I got this one today. So it's actually my second Christmas card of the season. And this one comes from Mr. and Mrs. Ramblers 69, Tom and Susan. So Tom and Susan, thank you very much for the Christmas card. I appreciate it very much. I appreciate the well wishes inside. And guys, if you don't know who Rambler 69 is, you should. I'll still leave a link in the description and you go check out his channel on your own. Tom and Susan, thank you for the Christmas card and the kind words inside. I showed my family, they loved it too. Yeah, guys, I don't know. I really think we haven't sent Christmas cards out to anybody in several years. We just got away from it for some reason, and we really should bring it back, right? You know, but yeah, I appreciate that very much. It's really cool. So let me show you what I've been doing with this thing. So I'm going to zoom you in a little bit right now. Alright. Turn this light on maybe. I don't know if that helps. But anyway, guys, like I said, I figured since I wasn't completely done with this, I would do one more update before I put it away. But let me show you what I've done. So you guys knew we were doing some modifications under the hood. I ground out the molded in battery cables, and I put my own in. Now, from some of the reference pics I saw, the battery cables did run down the inner fender well, and they went up and over the brake booster, or they went under it. I went over it. Okay, so one is the ground going to the block, I suppose, and then the other one obviously is the hot wire that goes to the starter. The starter's on the this side underneath the header. So the other thing that I did on this is I did my own heater hoses. So I drilled some holes in the firewall and I ran the heater hoses to the appropriate places. Upper radiator hose, it has plug wires obviously. And I also, if you remember, I switched the oil fill from the left side valve cover to the right side. That's the appropriate side for it. PCV valves on both sides. So you guys knew about the battery. You saw the battery, I suppose. And I cut it down, and then I plated the bottom so it looks like a regular battery under there. And it looks like it's sitting in a battery tray. So over here, what I did, being that these were 10 miles long as well, I didn't cut these. Okay, so basically what I did was I just painted the windshield washer bottle to make it look like it was smaller, and then I put blue tint in there to make it look like it had windshield washer fluid in it. Now I left what's supposedly the overflow bottle, the radiator overflow bottle, as long as it was, and I added some green tint to it to make it look like there's antifreeze in there. But I see a lot of guys cutting these out. This, on a 70 Roadrunner, this is not even present. This is not here. But I didn't want to do any more modifications to it, so I left it sitting there and I just did what I did to it, and that's it. So you'll notice that it has bare metal foil on the windshield, the rear window, and the drip rails. Modelto chrome pin comes in handy for these wing windows, and I still have other stuff that I have to do, like the door handles and locks and etc. Some decals have to go on, the side markers, stuff like that. But I wanted to show you something else too. So the kit mirrors, the kit side mirrors they're wrong. They're completely wrong, but they look super odd, and I did not like them. Well, I had seen that Justin Hart over at J Hart Model Works was modeling some side mirrors for the Roadrunner and GTX. So I reached out to him, and I don't have a 3D printer yet. So basically, I went to ask Justin if I can buy some from him. Okay. He said normally he doesn't sell parts like that. He doesn't make parts to sell. He just sells the file. I don't have a 3D printer, so that wouldn't work for me. He was kind enough to do it for me, and he sold me some side mirrors. So I want to show you what they look like. Now you'll notice right here, there's a hole drilled right here. Well, he modeled them so they take a pin. It's a 0.05 pin, so there's a pin in the bottom of that, and it's painted up with Modelto chrome. Can you see that? They look pretty good, and they look more appropriate from all my reference pictures. So I glued it to the pin, and what I'll do is I'll just put a little bit of glue on the pin, and then I'll slide it into that hole right there, and all will be right with the world. So I still don't like the bumpers. I still think that they came out a little bit too dark. I don't really like the black chrome look, but we're just going to leave it alone. The only disappointing factor is on this is probably the bumpers and the paint. Like I mentioned before, there are a couple oops on the body from wet sanding, and when we do the final reveal, those will be touched up. You won't even know that they happened. But I was kind of looking forward to maybe taking this to Detroit in March for that show, but I just don't think this cuts the mustard, so this is just going to be a shelf queen. I don't think it's too bad. I mean, it looks pretty good. There's a couple issues, but you know, it's just not the best. I do like the stance. I did get the front end down, sitting where I want it. Now, I could possibly lower the rear end too, but I think I like the stance, and I think I'm going to leave it right where it's at. I don't know. What do you guys think? I think the stance is on point. You can leave your comments below. So anyway, what I think I'm going to do is finish this up this weekend, and this is the last time you're going to see it until we do the final reveal videos on January 15th. And then I can get started on that Willys over there. I got to clear coat that body, but that came out really, really well. I'm really, really happy. I'm really happy with the way this turned out. I'm stoked. And again, I want this to also go to the show in March. So I'm trying to take my time with it and do the best I can. Not make any mistakes with it, because I'd like to take it to the show. Alright guys, I think that is all I have for this video. I hope you're all doing well, and I'm doing pretty good. Job is going great. I'm working this weekend voluntarily, picking up that money, and the surprising factor is that the job actually leaves me a little bit more time than I thought it would to be able to do videos and to do some work at the bench. So that's all positives. Alright guys, that's all I got. Thanks for watching. Happy modeling.